Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome to the Lankan Aussie journey. Today is actually 5th of March. I'm actually from Melbourne. I'm going to talk about how we can actually avoid landfilling without sending our kitchen or any green waste to the landfilling site through council. How we can actually use that good source of nutrition for our own garden. Because mainly actually I came across that topic. I thought because nowadays it's a big problem. One for the how we manage that waste, and then without considering that is a waste, I would say that is actually a good resources to feed the plants, basically for your backyard trees, right? So then it's a pretty simple. As you know, then if you think about if you have a bit of a common sense, because be honest, I'm not a professional gardener, I'm not a professional scientist or something, right? I'm a person more think about what is the more practical approach, right? And use a bit of a common sense. We have a two type of bins. One is actually for the recycling material, the other one is pretty much the kitchen waste. That is actually all the vegetable scraps, fish, and then meat or whatever the other leftover food stuff. Then I will take you to that how I'm going to use that waste into a good nutrition for the trees, right? You won't get any smell, because as you know that even when I research how to buy a compost bin, right? Actually, when you look into some reviews about the compost bin, you can see the compost bins are actually attracting a lot of pests like mice and all. So then basically if you are maintaining a compost bin means you are actually inviting all the pests to your backyard. I'm not actually spending any money for the compost bin, and even I'm not spending money for the fertilizer from a Bunnings or any other hardware store in Melbourne, because I'm actually making my own fertilizer to feed my garden, right? And it's pretty much I will maybe do another video how soft the soil is, but today's video I will show you how to actually get that kitchen waste into to the roots of the trees or maybe my vegetable beds. Because today my wife actually hand over the bin, because every Saturday and Sunday pretty much my job is actually cleaning the house, look after my veggie pads, and washing the cars. So I'm almost done for the rest of the things. Today actually I'm going to actually show you how I'm actually going to put that kitchen waste into my garden bed. Okay, please come with me. Now I'm in my garden. So you can see this is actually the compost bin. I will actually take the garbage out of the bin. I'll throw this garbage onto the piece of polythene. The main reason is actually I'm doing this one to show you what are the things actually we are going to put into our garden beds. It's pretty much everything. See, this is actually the skin of avocado, right? See, this is the eggshell. See, this is the gloves. That is my maybe daughter. So we need to remove those one, and bit of a cling wrap. We need to remove those things, put it aside, and then you can see this is actually some of the stems from the garden, because we use our own roses. And then you can see this is actually the tea leaf. Normally we used to actually drink a lot of tea bags. Now we are not drinking anymore for tea bags, because its tea leaves are much nicer taste. And you can see this is actually the onion skin, because as I told you earlier, people have a different view. They are thinking onion skins are not good for the plants, but I chuck everything. I told you earlier, I'm a more practical man, right? I got a tea bag as well. So basically we need to remove those kind of reds. You can see this is actually the seeds of the avocado. I would recommend don't put those ones, because what happened, those seeds can actually grow in the garden bed. So basically just remove it. We actually made a lamb curry, because one of my friends came to my place. This is pretty much the bones. You can see this is actually the fish head. You can see we just made the fish curry today. There are some leftover chicken bones. So you can see this is some kind of a prawns, because we made a prawn curry yesterday with naan. See, fish tail. So that's pretty much everything. If we can use this one for feed your garden beds, that's amazing fertilizer. You don't need to actually add any artificial. Everything is, you can see, it's pretty much like a lot of nutrition, and it's giving a lot of nutrition to grow up our trees, and as well as whatever the herbs in our garden. So I'll take you to the lime trees, because the lime is now actually giving little flowers, and as well as going to give fruits. So what I'm doing is actually, if I select one tree today, and the next week I'm going to select another tree. So it's pretty much I am going by tree. So I'll show you how I'm going to do this one, right? Just follow me. you can see me. See, this is actually a nice curry bush. You know that we can use for the curries, and this is the one actually is a lime. It's actually fruiting, and also you can see some flowers as well. So then I thought maybe giving a bit of a feed to the lime tree, it's good. Otherwise, the tree will be stressing to looking nutrition. So it's pretty simple, right? I think hopefully you can see, guys, my hand just digging the root, basically. So, see, this is soil. Actually, this is I think maybe I'm putting the second or maybe third time. Maybe probably a few months ago, I put something around this tree. So it's pretty much, you can see. So I'm actually even using this kind of a tool to dig around. So it's loose soil, right? Only maybe lucky if you can find some bones or something from last time. Just dig near the roots, but not close to the roots, because you can see those are the feeding roots. So see, you can see those feeding roots, right? So then if you can actually bury those things near the feeding roots, it will easily take all the nutrition from this kind of a green waste. If you dig further, it's good, because then even your mice or so, any pests can't actually dig around this one, right? So it's pretty much, I think, almost there. Now I am putting all the stuff. I try to put this kind of fish heads, probably more little bit deep, then no one can get a smell or anything. So it's pretty much. And give a bit of a good push, because make sure that you compact it properly. See, there's another avocado seed. So I'm not recommended to put those ones because it can grow within, because this is a good fertilizer, right? Push it properly and then slowly just cover with the soil. See, it's all done, and you can see this is pretty much this is my cover. So I use everything that only a bit of a liquid from the bin, and that's pretty much done. ඇත්තටම ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා දැන් මේ වගේ කොම්පෝස්ට් කියන එක ඇත්තටම ලොකු ප්‍රශ්නයක්. ඒ කියන්නේ කිචන් වේස්ට් කියන එක ඇත්තටම ලොකු ප්‍රශ්නයක්. because අපි ඇත්තටම කරන්නේ අපි මේ ඔක්කොම දානවා මේ කවුන්සිල් එකේ මේ බින් එකට. ඇත්තටම කවුන්සිල් එකේ බින් එකට දාන එකෙන් අපි මොකක්ද කරන්නේ ඇත්තටම? අපි කවුරුවත් හිතන්නේ නැති දෙයක්. අපිට හරි ඊසිලි ඒක චක් කරන එක. නමුත් ඒකෙන් ඇත්තටම ලෑන්ඩ්ෆිල් සයිට් එකකට ගියොත් ඇත්තටම අපිට මේ ලෑන්ඩ්ෆිල් සයිට් එක කිසිම we cannot use those landfill sites for a living. Even we can't develop that landfill sites. Basically, we need to isolate those landfill sites from the people, right? So ඒකට ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවනේ දැන් හයිඩ්‍රජන් සල්ෆයිඩ් කියලා ගෑස් එකක් එනවා ඇත්තට මේවයින්. ගොඩක් ලෑන්ඩ්ෆිල් සයිට්. ඉතින් එතකොට අපි ඒ ගෑස් එක මොනිටර් කරන්න ඕන. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා කිචන් එකේ බින් එක දවස් 3කට සැරයක් ඔක අරන් ඇවිල්ලා ඔතන හැම ගෙදර ඕන තරම් පැල තියෙනවානේ. පළතුරු පැල වෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගාව තියෙනවා මල් පැල තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මල් පැල වලටත් ඇත්තටම පොඩ්ඩක් වටේ හැරුවා හාරලා මේක ඇත්තටම දාරිවිල්ල පස් ටිකක් දාන්න තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් ඇත්තටම මේක කොම්පෝස්ට් බින් එකක් ආවොත් කොම්පෝස්ට් බින් තියෙන ගෙවල් වලින් චුටක් අහලා බලන්න ඇත්තටම ගඳයි. මොකද දන්නවද ඒක ඇත්තටම කොම්පෝස්ටිං වුණාට ඒකේ හරි බැක්ටීරියල් මේක හරියට ප්‍රොසෙස් එක වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක මේගොල්ලෝ කියනවා රොටේට් කරන්න කියනවා. ඒක නැත්තම් කියනවා ආයි පොඩ්ඩක් ඇරලා බලන්න කියලා. නමුත් ඒ මොකුත් හරියන්නේ නැහැ. ඒකයි ගොඩාක් අය හිතන්නේ ගෙදරකට කවුරු හරි ආවොත් ඇත්තටම කොම්පෝස්ට් බින් එකක් තියෙනොත් you can smell it, right? Something bad smell. So ඇත්තටම ඉතින් ඒක හන්ද තමයි ගොඩක් අය කරන්නේ. ගොඩාක් ඔය කිචන් වේස්ට් මම දන්නවා මගේ යාළුවෝ එහෙම ෆිෂ් මේව කරාට පස්සේ ඒ ටික ෆ්‍රීසර් එකට දාලා කවුන්සිල් එක හෙට බින් කලෙක්ට් කරනවා නම් අතරයට තමයි ඇත්තටම බින් එකට දාලා එළියෙන් තියන්නේ. මොකද ඒ තරම් ඇත්තටම අපි කැමති නැහැනේ. ඉතින් නමුත් මම කියන්නේ අපි පොඩ්ඩක් හිතුවොතින් චුට්ටක් වෙනස් විදියකට ඒ ටික අරගෙන අපි ඇත්තටම මේක ගහකට දැම්මොත් අපිට ඇත්තටම බනින්ස් එකෙන් blood and bone මුකුත් ගේන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. Easy vegetable grow in Melbourne. I would say potato. You don't need to do anything. You need to have a soft soil. And if you want to get the soft soil, මට කරන්න තියෙන්නේ ඇත්තටම මේ kitchen waste එක දැම්ම නම් soil එකට හොඳට break වෙලා assume පසක් වලටපත් වෙනවා. ඉතින් මට කරන්න පුළුවන් ওই වගේ පොඩි මං හිතුවා මේක ෂෙයා කරගන්න එක ඇත්තටම මේ අනිත් අයත් එක්ක සෑහෙන හොඳ දෙයක් කියලා. මොකද ඇත්තටම මේකෙන් වෙන benefit ඇත්තටම අපිටත් benefit එකක් වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම environment එකකට ලොකු benefit එකක් වෙනවානේ. ඉතින් අපිට ඇත්තට මේ බින් එක කලෙක්ට් කරන එක සතියකට කලෙක්ට් කරන සයිඩ් එකකට පුෂ් කරගන්න පුළුවන් නම් කොච්චර හොඳ දෙයක්ද නේ. සුබ දවසක්.